Thanks for coming to my channel. This is Midnight Moon Tarot and I'm Diana. This reading is for the astrological sign of Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, or anywhere in your birth chart that Leo might appear. Also, if you're new to my channel, I'd like to take just a second and invite you to subscribe and click that little bell so that you're sure to be notified whenever I upload new content. Also, in the description box below, you'll find links to my social media, my Patreon, my PayPal, and links to some really cool things on Amazon I think you guys will like. Okay, so this reading is for August 7th through the 13th, 2022. Keeping in mind that all tarot readings are timeless, so whether you come across this reading right after I upload, a week, month, or even a year from now, if you feel drawn to watch it, most likely you'll find a message for you within the reading. Now, if you feel like it doesn't completely resonate with you, just keep the parts that do, disregard the rest, and if you know your other planetary placements, just listen to those signs as well for additional messages. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and connect with Spirit and ask our angels, guides, and ancestors for any love messages for Leo for August 7th through the 13th, 2022. Spirit, what love messages do you have for Leo for August 7th through the 13th, 2022? Spirit, what love messages do you have for Leo for August 7th through the 13th, 2022? Okay, now I'm going to divide these into 3 stacks. And the card on the bottom of the deck is the 8 of Wands. Now, the 8 of Wands is going to be your overall energy. And the 8 of Wands tells me that there are a lot of things that are going to be coming, unexpected things out of the blue, possibly very good things. I always like to be very optimistic and, only try to see the good side of things. But these are things that's going to be happening really fast. And like I said, just out of the blue. And I'm going to put this card right here. And as we go through your spread, I'm going to show you how that card is going to relate to the different cards that come up. And for those of you who are new here, I do 4 rows. And the first row pertains to you, the things that you've been going through in the recent past, things that you are currently dealing with, and the things, people, and situations that are coming towards you. Now, the second row is your twin flame, soulmate, divine counterpart, karmic partner. This could be someone you have really deep soul ties with, perhaps like an ex or somebody that you want to reconcile with. But generally and mostly, it's talking about the person that is on your mind the most, the one you're thinking about when you wake up in the morning, and the last person you're thinking about when you go to sleep at night. Not necessarily if you are in a relationship, it doesn't necessarily have to be that person if you have your thoughts somewhere else with another person. Okay, it's the one that is primarily on your mind. The third row has to do with obstacles, challenges, fears, anxieties, and things we do to ourselves to self-sabotage. And the last set of cards here is the outcome. Now, when I say outcome, I'm not talking about prophecy. It's not written in stone. Tarot is about those energies that are surrounding us at a particular time. And knowing these energies are going to be there, predictably at a certain time, we can be prepared for them and be less reactive and hopefully have a better outcome, okay? All right, now I've got 2 cards in each of the 4 rows, and I'm going to do that 2 more times. We'll have 24 cards, and then, we'll have a pretty good idea about what's going on for that week. All right, now we're starting the reading with the 5 of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so definitely this is like really you're kind of taking your time. You want to be absolutely sure about what's going on. Possibly having been dealing with someone who maybe doesn't have your best interest at heart, someone that's a little more egotistical, and somebody that absolutely, has a tendency to push your buttons, trigger you, possibly call names when the 2 of you are having an argument. This is you kind of walking away. You might have been taking your time about leaving, or standing up for yourself, or making room for your own happiness. This is very indicative of you always putting other people first and not yourself. But you finally are getting to the point where you just don't want to tolerate or put up with this person's crap anymore. Okay. Now we have the Nine of Wands and the Three of Wands. So definitely you feel when you're with this person, you're constantly feeling as if you are defensive, like you're constantly waiting for that other shoe to drop. You're always walking on eggshells, that type of feeling. And you know, you've been waiting and waiting for this person to come around, to maybe get over whatever it was, for things to go back the way that they used to be. Okay, it doesn't mean that it's not going to happen, but you know, you're just a little weary and you kind of absolutely fallen out with it. All right, now in the obstacles and challenges, fears and anxieties, we have the Wheel of Fortune as well as the Emperor. So the Wheel of Fortune gives you hope that even though things may not be the best right now, as that wheel turns, of course, then you're on top again and you have some exciting and some good news coming in. So you have this Emperor. It's possibly a person that is like a mentor to you. It could be somebody who has a lot of wisdom, you know. I'm just thinking about, like in the old kung fu movies, when he would talk to that old Chinese man, you know, Grasshopper and all that, and the guy would give him advice. This is somebody that you can spill your heart out to. It might not necessarily be a parental figure or an uncle or somebody like that, but it's somebody that has a lot of maturity and wisdom. Generally, we're talking about a male here, but this is somebody that you can kind of talk over what you're feeling with, and they're going to give you some pretty sound advice, and it's advice that you trust. Now, in the outcome, you have the Fool as well as the Queen of Wands. So this is telling me for you just to relax, go out, have a good time, enjoy yourself. There's going to be plenty of people who find you attractive and want to spend time with you. This is going to give you kind of an idea about what it's like to start over. You know, I was talking about earlier in the reading that you are not putting yourself first as much as you should. This gives you a little bit of that refresher course in, you know, going out, putting yourself first for a change, enjoying yourself, enjoying your company, going on new adventures. In fact, with that Eight of Wands that we were having at the beginning of the read here, your overall influence, I do see that, you know, some of you might even be planning a trip or making a trip, or, you know, going off for training or something like that. There's a little bit of you know, travel that is coming up, and when you do that, you kind of gonna let your hair down and have a good time. Now we're going on to the second set of cards here, and we have the Nine of Wands as well as the Death card, and in your partner's column we have Page of Wands and that Ten of Swords. Okay. Obstacles and challenges, Seven of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. So yeah, I see what's going on here. And then we have Judgment and the Queen of Cups and the outcome. Now for the Death card and the Nine of Wands, as you're away, even if this is like a forced separation, it's not like necessarily a separation that you're like having, but while you're away, you're kind of able to see all the stress and all the burdens that you've been carrying because of this person here that has been giving you so much trouble, so much negativity. Okay, I feel like this person, like I said, they have a very big ego and they're kind of jealous of the things that you're doing. It's like whenever you get a promotion, they want to know who you've been sleeping with to get that promotion, like you're not skilled and intelligent enough to get that promotion on your own. But yeah, this is somebody that just tends to just put you down all the time for no reason. And while you are away from their influence constantly over you, of course they're going to be calling and wanting to know what you're doing, who you're doing it with, where you're going, what's going on, you know, kind of thing. And this is going to kind of put that last nail in that coffin for you. This is why we have this Death card here. And it's going to be the final straw for you, where you see that this relationship is dead in the ground and not going to, you know, take care of what you actually need and want anymore. Now, with the partners column, we have the Ten of Swords and the Page of Wands, and you know, definitely feeling that betrayal from that person, and your person is going to feel as if they are betrayed. You know, when this person sees that you've kind of walked away from them, when you see that you are not putting up with any more of their crap anymore, this is when they are going to reach out to you, when they are going to, you know, say all those things. I think in all the narcissist channels, they're talking about hoovering. This is when they do that, when they see that, you know, you've been betrayed for the last time and you want to heal and you don't want to be around them anymore. Just be aware of that, because you know, they're experts at it, and they know what you love and what you want from them, and they're going to make a lot of promises to you, and it's just not going to be that way. Now, also, you're going to find out about this person having been lying to you quite a bit, that maybe they have been engaging in activities. I don't really want to say third-party situations, but maybe they've been a little bit closer to somebody than they should have been. This is somebody that tends to do things because they think they're not going to be caught. And in the meantime, this is also somebody that tends to take and take and take from you. Again, it's that scenario of you putting everybody else before your own self and your own needs. And it's great to give to charity or whatever, but this is representing the fact that this is the person that is taking from you, and because, you know, the little beggar situation, they're begging because they have nothing, so therefore, why is my light going so down? Yeah, they are basically not, they don't have anything to give back. They're kind of emotionally bereft, emotionally, spiritually immature, and they have nothing to give back to the situation. Which, when I say immature, I'm talking about the simple fact that they're doing things simply out of their own egotistical desires, and not because it's the correct thing to do. Now, in the outcome, you have Judgment as well as the Queen of Cups. Now, the Queen of Cups, you know, this is you being a little more emotional. This is you being a little more sentimental. This is you, you know, finally realizing that there's better out there for you and loving out there. And you just need to keep putting all that out there into the universe, because that law of attraction really is a real thing. And the more love that you put out into the universe, the more that you give back. And of course, your person is going to want to reconcile. You see this resurrection going on here. They want to come back. They want to come back. But as you're healing, as you're out there enjoying yourself and your new beginning and all this new luck that's coming in, okay, with that, where'd it go? With that Wheel of Fortune, as everything starts to turn again, you have decisions that you're going to have to make. These here, yeah. So yeah, this is like a decision you're going to have to make about whether you're actually going to stay and, you know, make a go of it and try to make it work. You know, if you want to deal with that hoovering situation, I'm going to give you a piece of advice, and it never lasts, and they're never going to fulfill that. Okay. Now, in this last set of cards, we have the Two of Cups as well as the Four of Pentacles, and their row is the Magician and the King of Swords. All right, Hermit and the High Priestess, and ending with the Two of Pentacles and the Star. So yeah, for a little while it may seem as if, you know, you really want to hold on to this situation, that you want this reconciliation, that you're going to go ahead and give them one more chance, because in your heart you feel that you really and truly do love them very much, and you're hoping that they've learned their lesson, and, you know, you want to hold on to it. If you look at him, he has the pentacles underneath his feet, he's got one over his chest, and he has a pentacle over his head, and that is you holding on tightly to the relationship and not wanting to let go yet. Okay. All right, now in the partners column, you have the Magician and the King of Swords. So yeah, you've been putting all that love out there and waiting for it to come into your life. this is not it, okay? There's new love that's going to come towards you. There's new love that's stronger, better, and more respectful for you. You're going to witness how wonderful this new love is coming into your life, and it's going to allow you to kind of assert yourself and draw those boundaries with this person that you've been dealing with, and let them know that this type of behavior that they've been exhibiting is not going to cut it anymore. Now you are beginning to kind of lay down the rules and the law about it. So, while you're away, you have Hermit and you have the High Priestess, which is telling me that you're taking this time to realize where it is you've been coming from, where it is you are, where it is you want to go, and that you want to be very careful and not repeat these steps in any new relationship that you're coming in. The High Priestess is about making decisions again and trying to decide what is best for you, yourself, and your future. Now, you have the Two of Pentacles as well as the Star, which talks about those new beginnings that are coming in very rapidly for you. Okay, after you've made your final decision, you're going to find your most true happiness, focusing on yourself. And a lot of people will think that, you're being selfish and you're being immature. This is when that person turns themselves into the victim, that, you've just abandoned them or you've gone off and left them. And, you see, he's sitting here, he's focusing on his coin and the infinities, as you're thinking about forever and what it is you want from your future, and you're not going to be happy. So temporarily you may decide that you want to bring this person back into your life, but in the end it's not going to be what you want, and you're going to make that harsh and final decision about what it is that you actually do want. So this new love that you're manifesting is going to be one that is loving and possibly with a water sign. This is somebody who meets your spiritual and emotional needs. So this week looks like it's going to be pretty busy as far as the things that are going on with you and the decisions that you're going to have to make. So yeah, your partner is going to want to reconcile. At the same time, you're going to meet somebody that meets your expectations and fulfills your needs. Okay, guys, that is your love reading for the week of the 7th through the 13th, 2022 of August. Okay. All right, guys, I love you, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.